Surely I am really happy. I will go. I want to go back to the cave. But then sometimes I think this may be selfish. You know? And this is Penor Rinpoche, one of my teachers. He said, we need so much patience to teach others. That is, we should. Then this is for me, it's a big meaning when you say that. Patience is, you need so much patience. When you give Dharma teaching, it's not easy normally. Because, normally it's, some questions come in, you have to focus. Because some people is, the questions is not to give you as happiness. They ask questions, they say, oh, I have this problem, that problem, this mentally and physically, whatever. This is always ask questions, no? So this is helping. So then it's make patient and with compassion, love this person who asks some questions and how I can help this person pick up some methods from the Buddha Shakyamuni taught, and then I give this idea, this gift to the people thinking, and then it's benefit. So this is the how we why I'm coming back to the public.
So you come across as a very happy person. You told us a lot about happiness and life is really gift and everything.
Yes.
But why do you think we need to suffer then?
That's right.
Why do you think we need to suffer? Of course, there's also a lot of sad things happening as just being described, or
Very good.
So what do you think we need to learn from that?
Normally, the problems, the sufferings, this is the most powerful support our practice, for our practice. Because without suffering, without the difficulties, why we need practice? Because it's difficulties, suffering, how to get out from this. And the Buddhism said liberation. Liberation from the samsara suffering, no? So we hear the sufferings, we hear the difficulties, problems, and maybe also own problems, own sufferings, also possible. And then the idea, okay, why? Then it's the question, why I'm so much suffering? Yeah? And then I'm enjoying. Why? Because I have the possibility. Because I got this human precious life. Because I have the intellectual, the wisdom to do more good for me and for others. Or we say, I have really possibility to liberate. Or we can say, I have really the possibility to remove my suffering, my problems. Or also I'm thinking like this way, I have the really ability to remove others' sufferings, others' problems. That is the practice. Right? Even there is no samsara, there is no nirvana, which is heaven. They both is always there. Because the human beings or the old beings is limitless. Right? Limitless. It's always there. So then we have to, by step, we go to enlightenment, and then we coming back, helping others. That is the way. Huh? I think your question why you enjoy because suffering, right? Yeah? Yeah. Because the enjoy means it's not only without suffering, I'm so enjoy. Not like that. I mean, I got this precious life because I have chance to do more because the intellectual, yeah, you understand, right? I can do. For example, the other animals, they have no chance because if you go to cows, every day you say, oh, you make a compassion, you make a love. Never ever they understand, what is compassion, what is love. Maybe you can gestures, they can do like this, but they don't know really emotionally compassion, They cannot do because the ability is not really ready for them. But we have ready, therefore we have good karma already in the past life because we were born as human beings, right? That is not only I said, but Buddha Shakyamuni said, because Buddha Shakyamuni, he enlightenment 2,500 years ago, and he experimented. He's saying, but he practiced, he experimented everything, how is the function, how is possible to liberate, So yes, that is my meaning. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I was just wondering why it seems like we all have to learn it over and over again.
But we don't need to learn over and over, but when we know our mind is completely clear, this person is ready. You understand, right? For example, you learn, meditate and practice, one day you realize your mind, nature of the mind, how it functions, how really the mind means. What is the mind? And then you release, your suffering is completely gone. You are the pure. You know how to do. Your mind is completely pure. Then you have no suffering anymore. Physical body is still there, but your mental already. Then you have no suffering. For example, Penor Rinpoche, the great master, he was a little bit sick. And then other monks came and to ask, oh, you are sick, maybe we have to go to doctor, He looked like this, his body physical. But he said, no, I'm not sick. And he goes like meditate. He said, I'm not sick. But around the people, they think he's suffering, he's sick. But his mental is completely quiet, relaxing, no stress, no pain. It's very relaxed, much more relaxing than before. That is the one sign. How is the mind is functioning when who's good practice now, It's the same way you said we have to practice again and again. We don't need again and again. But until we realize our mind, we have to practice, When we realize the mind, then we don't need to practice more. Of course, then we helping others. That is very, very important because before I said, if someone enlightenment, and then, oh yes, I'm enlightenment, goodbye, the rest people, That's the ego, there's too much selfishness, And then you coming back, yes, I got it, this, and this is really possible, please, you do that. We cannot take up, but we can give the how to do, this teaching, so like a guide, we can say. We can give them, and then if some people, not all people, but some people practice, and then they get enlightenment. Then this is a big benefit of you, for example, So this is how the practitioner is doing. Yeah? Yes.
As you know, Rinpoche, in the West, many people follow mindfulness courses, workshops for children, and so on. Do you think it's all the foundation is Buddhism, but the Western world made her own mindfulness interpretation in a way? So that's my first question, what you think about that. And also the second question is when people don't like to meditate and they don't want to go into Buddhism, how to relieve the stress, like with children, everybody almost has stress. So, two questions.
Yes. Okay, the first question is, who's not believed, no?
Sorry?
First you said who's not...
Yeah, what you think about the Western way of
Oh, yeah.
practicing
Okay,
mindfulness?
now I understand. Okay, this is, I think, not necessarily to be as Buddhist, namely. Because in the West, you have the very strong culture, another religion. There's no problem. You have to keep your culture, it's better. Your culture, your tradition, your religion. And because this is strong for you, it's very strong from the heart. Because you're born here. You know? Same time, you respect, you really, your tradition and your religion. And then, personally, personality, individual, you can choose which you want to do, or which benefit for you, right? And then you said it's how to, the mindfulness, all these things is not Buddhist, and the Buddhist, not Buddhist. But this is, before I said, is the mind is calm, focusing, to release the stress and depress and the daily, that is also helpful for the daily people. But then, if you really wanted to enlightenment, then we need the another method, not only this, because only this method. Today we teaching about the mindfulness. No, we didn't go to Mahayana way, we didn't go to Hinayana way, we didn't go to in the Vajrayana way, but we going where is normal, and which is we can use a daily life, and which we can reduce our stress and the depression. This is really helpful, because if you really go to, for example, especially Vajrayana way, then we need empowerment of this, what you practice, and you need the long of this, and then you really focusing is what to do, not only focusing this moment, right? Zone long term, that is different, right? So that is, I think, this is the Buddhist business, I think, And they, our here as in the West, is the benefit is we can teach how you can calm the mind, how you can reduce your stress and daily, depress and loneliness, all these things, and that is helpful. Today you don't need to believe Buddha Shakyamuni over there, where Padmasambhava is there, it's mantras and the karmas, all this is what is the empowerment, what is the transformations, the loans, this is complicated, But then of course, someone really deeply they want to learn, then of course you can learn. You can do as other practitioners who is already Buddhist way. You can do. Not only we say, Westerners cannot do, not this meaning. Westerners can do, really can do. And then the culture and the other religions, the background is different. Therefore, it's a little difficult for the Western people, no? Like you said, it's not really belief, or maybe not really touching the heart, like this.
Yeah, but also quite some scientists and people who are developing mindfulness, they say, it's not connected to Buddhism, so it's no good. You
No,
know,
this
so-
this is the, we cannot say good or bad, but this is the good bad is the result. No, the result, you know, the consequence after we can meditate mindfulness, for example. You know, then the people think it's a benefit, then it's good.
Yeah.
You don't need to be as Buddhist,
Yeah.
namely.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if there's no benefit, then maybe they can say, oh, not good, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, no benefit. Then we don't need more, to, how you can say, effort for that. Huh?
That's true.
Yeah. Yes.
A bit strange question, but there's something that's going on in my mind. Is that flying is very bad for the environment. You know, flying with plane is bad for the environment. So how do you relate to flying yourself?
Me,
Yeah.
from other countries.
Yeah, because you like you're a monk. And flying is like, I mean, I fly. It's not a judgment. It's like you fly, but you know, in Holland we learn now it's better to drive 5 times than it is to fly with an airplane. Right? And you flew here from Munich or Germany to here. So, and so that infects has effect on the environment. So how does that, what choice do you make in that? Why?
This, I think I have no choice, because too far. But also mostly I traveling with the train last years. And then this year is also something happened, the train is extended in Germany. Yeah, and this is fear because I don't want to die. then I forgot the environment. Because I don't want to die, you know. Okay, so this time, yes, I fly. Yeah. That is true. The environment is very important.
Yeah, but you're not the only one, because there are other, we are really glad that you're here, and I know there are other monks who flew in, you know, and they could have come by train or by bus, and it would have taken much longer, but so they make the choice that they say, okay, we make a choice between time and environment. That is the choice they make.
Right.
That is the choice.
Yeah. But then I think this is a little difficult because this is a very big technique, airplane, no? We have to, not the people who fly, but then if really we don't want, we have to pick the whole plane, you know, airplane. Stop every airplane, not the people. There's for
Yeah,
example,
but it starts with the same, like you said, if one person doesn't eat chicken, you don't have 100 chickens you don't eat. So the principle is the same.
right. But I think the easy way, because if we teach it, we cannot say, oh, you don't fly, and that is not easy way. But I think this is, I'm not sure, but I think, because I didn't think about it, I'm honest. And then it is possible we can control the company of the airplane. Because you can say, oh, because your company is very bad for the environment, you know, you don't fly. And then the people have no choice. They have to go by feet, or maybe with car, or with bus, you know. That is, I think, if we control, if you really don't want to fly the airplane, then this is the best way. But that is also, of course, not easy because the airplane, you know, everywhere. But this one point is you very, yes, I'm really agree with you, because environment is very important. Because the 7 billion human beings live in this planet. We need, this planet is life, not dying. This planet is dying, 7 billion human beings, how we can live? Because we need environment, nature. how we can get the food, how we can get live here. All the nature is gone, then how we can get food? You see? Because there is no field and nothing nature, and there how we can live? We can live a big mission, no? Cannot be, because we need food. Huh? That is, I think, very important. You know, and then at the same time, if we destroy the environment or the nature, and then slowly the earth is losing the energy. Like now, you see, since a few years ago now, until now, so many earthquakes in Asia. Why? For 100 years in Nepal, never happened like last year's. It's so big earthquake. So this is not possible. But then, now we analyzed why. The practitioners aware, spiritually aware, because we destroy the environment so much. And then the earth cannot holding us, because they are, like human, we need arms, we need 2 legs, we need everything, healthy body. Then we are strong. We can carry maybe 120 kilos, Without this, maybe with only 1 leg, we cannot carry anything. Or maybe we have no arms, we cannot carry anything. Like the earth is like our body normally. We are living on, you see? So therefore, I think we have to consider everybody how we can keep the healthy world, which is the environment or the nature, right? It's very important. I think everyone, not only some people, but everybody need, right? But that is also very difficult to achieve, because everybody wants to make other things, no? In China, last year's in Beijing, the air pollution, because the environment is very bad. Even the plastic, everything is thrown in the water. So this is also very bad, And then they get also illness, and then also so many big factories everywhere. And then they dig up all the mountains. And in Tibet, a little bit we laugh now under the wall, you can see, so, because very high, but there's still some natures there. But now the Chinese want to dig up all the big high mountains, because inside there's some how you can say, like a gold or some other silver, some precious things, and they want to take away, they want to make business with that. So this, the moment maybe they can get a little money, but in the long run, whole country is clapped, because we have no nature. Because like in Nepal, also in part of China, in the earthquake, it's so shaking, because the earth cannot hold it anymore. You see? And some people say the earth is angry. That is, I don't know, maybe not. But angry, maybe they are no angry. But I think the energy is gone. Therefore, it's shaking, Yeah, this environment is very, very important. Yeah? All right. Yeah. Yes.
Don't you miss the life in Tibet?
What?
You live now in München?
Yeah?
Don't you?
Not really.
Oh.
I normally, yes, I think this moment I cannot go back to Tibet. The situation. And but I've been in Germany many years, since 2006. I've been in Germany, and I went back to India, go back forth, and they come here. in Netherlands, in some other countries, France, Switzerland, Denmark, Sweden. Yeah.
So different.
Huh?
It's so different. It's so crowded comparing to Tibet and nature. And
Yeah. This is really, I have so much experience. Yeah. You know, in Tibet, we live is really true nature.
yes.
Because we have no shower. No shower, no toilet. You know, everything's like cow. And they use no bone. Huh? This is tradition. This is the, but they don't mind. You know, this is I was born, this country. But in summertime it's really beautiful. That is I miss. Really I miss. It's really great. And then also not only the beautifulness in summertime, but it's the mind is very fresh, because in Tibet the air is very clean. You know, if you go to in the mountains, it's the air coming through in your nose, in your mouth, and your body also different energy. You feel that if you go to Tibet in the high mountains, you're sitting in the mountain, or you a few minutes, you know, you feel that because the air is different. Because in Tibet it's so high, there's no air pollution. The air is very clean. And then the water also the same, very clean. The water, if you want to drink, is very, very tasty. The running water, you know. And this is I miss sometimes.
Okay.
But that is, I have no choice. This is my karma. You know? And then I've been in India. It's completely different in Tibet. You know, so many cars, and so many people. You know, the cows walking in the street, and the cars, and the auto rickshaws, and people walking. You never know who is car, who is cows.
And the smells and the noise.
The smell is completely, the head is completely exploded.
I know.
You know? This is because they have so much, the population is too big, you know. Too big. And they have no place to this is the cars or the, you know, place, road, and this is the human, the people walking. They have no place. They have to go one way, one road. And then they, of course, they're using this way, and the driver is also very good. Not so much accident. And they maybe they care. Of course, they always you know? Maybe they knows always someone coming. And this is my experience. And then, of course, and one part, if you say the population in India, one part is very, very poor. No? You see, some of them they have no home, and they live in the street. But they don't need clothes so much, because in India it's so warm. You know, day and night you can sleep just lying there. This is okay. Sometimes a little bit raining, then under the trees, sometimes some people, there's thousands, you know. That is India. Because India, the population too big. The children cannot go to in the school because too much. I think one mother, maybe 10 or maybe 15 children. And like this, the homeless people, you see, if you go to Bodhgaya, it's around. And first I thought, oh, maybe these children, maybe 10 children together. It's not one mother, I think maybe there's a few mothers there, but it's one mother. And between there's 1 year, 2 years, you know, the children. And then, you know, so they have no education because they cannot send to the school because this is too expensive for them. They cannot do that. You know, they're not only few, but thousands. You know? So that is also my experience. And then one place we went to the pilgrimage to the power places. Buddha was enlightenment teachings like this. And then one place I saw, I think some of you went to India, yeah? I think you have also experienced. And there's no arms, some people, some, and it's no legs. Some of them there's no legs and no arms, completely like snail. And only the head like this. The rest body is like, like both. There's no arm. I don't know how they survive. And then they put this like bowl like this, and they pour bear, and then maybe a few coins is there as rupees. I don't know how they survive. And there's so many, not only few, 5, 6, or 10, it's okay. 100. And that time, I thought, first I thought, oh my God, maybe I'm died. Because this is, I learned, when you die, sometimes we don't know we are dying, And this moment, because I saw these people, they have no clothes, and they lie in the road, we have to walk like this, and they hold it like this. And then I sit there, kind of meditate, this is really, I'm dying, I'm alive. How can the people live like that? Then of course it's truth. So I'm not dying. And then I have some rupees. I changed few hundred rupees. Then I want to give them, but it's no possible to enough. 1 rupees, 2 rupees you can give, but then maybe a few parts, maybe a few people. So like this. And this is a big lesson for me, big experience. Because we have to see it's good and bad also. If only see good things, then we don't know really the rest.
But you also think that these people, why is it that these people were born in this situation, in this?
Now there's, I don't know exactly, because one thing I think is, of course, the population is so big, and they cannot do. Everybody's fit, not well, because too much. And by some, they said, because they're also the karma, this is the way of Buddhism thinking. The karma in the past, when the Buddha Shakyamuni was in the life, when he enlightened already, there are many people at that time don't believe him, what he said. Everybody, of course, free. He's completely his peace and he's enlightened. He teach to the people, the local people, because this in the pilgrimage, this is power places, and especially there, so many people like that. And they said that time, so many people also criticize the Buddha. That time, they said this beings reborn back as this place like this. Maybe this is true, I don't know. But anyway, so also I thought, because there's many tourists come there, and the other places, many places they come there for beg. It's better, they can get little bit money. And others, small towns, they cannot get anything. And especially the power places, the monks come in, and the monks get a little bit more than the others, right? Because they learn a little bit the way of generosity. This is I'm thinking, but really I don't know exactly. Yes. Okay, so then I've been in the West 2006. I came to in Germany. It's amazing. And the road and the houses, and then the family's houses, cars. You see, the road is perfect. everything is lecture in Germany, in Europe, Holland is the same. And I've been in 2006 in also Switzerland. It's very clean. Everything's. Whoo! I thought that these people is really happy, enjoy, should be. Yeah, because I saw different people, different countries. And then I teach to some people. And then we talk. I think then it's not really what I saw. Because they have another problems, the mental. Not really the material things, but they have, the Westerners have the mind this problem, mostly. You understand? This is my experience. And then I slowly realize why. Because we, every human being, we focus too much outside. We're giving so much outside. Then we're losing inside the energy, power, like who really we are. We're thinking so much because this is so much energy. We don't see how much energy for thinking, but the thinking is the most taking away the energy. You understand, right? The mind energy. And then the self will lose. Then one thing is we need to compassion ourselves. Love ourselves, you see? Because we so much thinking other outside, external, then we're losing really inside what really we need. Yeah? Because the mental. Thinking others. We need to, the mind is to really calm down, is to really focus our own happiness. And that is then I thought, okay, so the environment is different, but the mental is the same. You see? And then, yeah.
Do you think it's possible to learn to calm the mind completely in the West, doing your daily activities?
Absolutely.
Because what I experience is hard, is there's no silence around. So not much silence, and it's really hard to learn to focus on the inside when you have children crying and cars passing by and all the noises and all the things you feel and see. So I wonder if we have to go to the cave to first get a level of.
That is also good, but I think they said we are the practitioner who's best practitioner. It's very good to the environment who teasing you. Or children or your partners, whatever. And this is because one practitioner, he went to in the mountain cave and very cold. Then he want to practice that passion. He want to meditate on passion, because the 6 parameters. Patience, And then he meditated. Then he realized, I have patience for what? Because no one teasing me. No one disturbs me. I have patience for what? There's no object for this. And then he realized, oh no, this is not good. And then he walked, there's completely nature. He went outside for toilet. And then there's a small path for walk. And there's a small tree. And the small tree, like plant. And the plant is, there is some kind of weapons, how you can call. They can close, phones, like this, tones, And then he walked and the clothes hold it. And then few times he walked and he said, oh, I have to cut this tree because my cloth is broken after few times. Then, the path is very, very small. The other side is a mountain. Well, then you have to carry like this. And then this moment, then he trying to cut this plant because he thought, my cloth is broken. At the same time, then he remembered, oh, that is good for me, my passion. Then he meditated, passion, for the tree. Normally the trees, maybe they have no feeling or not like others, And then he meditated. So very good. He said, that is the best help for me, best teacher for my passion, you see? And then I think the family or the children or partners. Of course, this is not always easy, no? No easy. Sometimes, like you said, crying, all these things, it's just disturb you. And this is, sometimes you can do it like this. But then, same time, if you practice it, then you much more compassion. You generate much more love there. As much as you can, which is the best for them, for your partner, your children, your family. And then, slowly, your mind is completely free. Because you have the good heart, the big heart. The Tibetan says big heart. And that is, I think my mother, for example, my mother had, I have 7 brothers, 3 sisters. How much? 10. Amazing how you can feed them. And between us, 2 years, they were. And they like pig. And then we are and then she feed, but that time was very difficult time for her, our generation, this for her, because the financial or the economy in Tibet. Because it's the Chinese come to Tibet and they take away everything. They have nothing. Almost after I born, but still it's not good. Very difficult time. But my mother is a really compassionate person. I remember, and we have neighbor, and there's a mother, and the mother 3 children, and then no father there. The father, and they're really poor. Everybody's poor, but they are really special. Then the mother is sick because she didn't get food, and she cannot stand up, always in the bed. And they have very small tent, and the tent is broken. They're like almost flat. The wind is everywhere. Like almost they're holding this stick. And then 2 boys is the younger ones. Then 2 girls is the old. But then, few years, they didn't get really good food. Not really fully strong. And then she lost the older girl because she died by the female. 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 By famine. Famine.
Oh, no food.
No food, no food. And then these 3 girls, 3 children left with mother. Mother cannot walk. Always staying in the bed, in the here. They have no bed, of course, it's just to put something there. And I remember, and she has the old clothes from the year before they made, broken everything. She came sitting like that. Then my mother always go there and to give food there. Of course, our family also not so much, because 10 children, we didn't know whether we can live there. But then she said, yeah, we are a little bit survive. We have no much food, but we not die. Because we have also father too. Maybe this also our father makes little bit money, I think. And then sometimes I'm crying. I want to go with her. My mother bring food then, our neighbor. Then sometimes my mother said, no, you sit at home, and I go, then I crying and follow her. And then she takes. And I went there, and then I remember the lady. Of course, the Tibetan tradition that time is also no washing. The hair is like this. They never washed. Of course, she is sick, and they're very thin, And then my mother gave the food, and then she was so happy. And then 3 children around her, and they eat what my mother gave. This is very small, not so big, like a little bit bigger this bowl, and the food, the traditional samba and the butter and the cheese, and they can eat a little bit piece of the mother and the 3 children. And then my mother said, then she said thank you, and she cried also. She said because she losing the older girl, daughter, and then she thinks now I'm losing the other 3, because she don't know how to get the food, Then my mother said, it's okay, don't worry, but it's most important you be healthy, and I can, as much as I can help you, as long as we have the food, I bring you a little bit. And she was really grateful. And then every day she bring to them a little bit. We have not also. Our family also, only just we don't die. Little bit food that time.